Shabbat Shalom! Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Welcome to Rap Ministries. That's Reaching All People Ministries, and I'm Brother Yahoo, aka Brother Ronnie. Thank you for coming on in today, brothers and sisters. Got a great lesson for you today. Excited to see you, all you guys here. Like I say, great to be alive. A lot going on in the world. What's going on out there? I don't care what's going on, but there's a lot going on out there. And if you're still breathing, you're blessed. I beseech thee, sin now, prosperity, salvation, deliverance and salvation is all available with the Most High Yah. Chocolate milk on here. Thank you for coming on in, brothers and sisters. Like I said, I got a great lesson for you. Glad you're here. Glad I'm here. Because if you are, you above the ground, your topsoil, and you have been blessed by the Most High Yah, no matter what's going on in your life. If it's negativity going on in your life, the Most High can heal any and everything, whether it be sickness, relationships, finances, mental issues. The Most High can deliver you from them all. But I ain't gonna belabor the moment because we got a lot to get to today. A lot to get to today. He turn his music off and get to decreasing so that he can get to increasing. All right, it's a blessing. Sometimes I feel like I'm yelling. But let me know if my audio is okay before we really get started. Just thank the Most High for each and every last one of you. Let me do my greetings because I'm about to decrease. Not yet. Get the people what they, get the people some recognition. Got my setup all working right today. I tested it, so it's all good. But let's see who we got in the house today. Let's see who we got. Mama J. Pope, thank you for coming on in, Mother Pope. It's a blessing to see you. Blessing to see you. Yeah, it's an interesting one today. Sister Jackson family, thank you for coming on in today. Thank you for coming on in for coming in and joining us today. It's always a blessing and a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure. Brother Bryson in the camp and Lily of the Valley, thank y'all for coming on in today. Shabbat shalom to you. Shabbat shalom to you. Auntie, you and your crew, what it do? Thank you for coming on in today. Appreciate every last one of you. Grind like Josh, thanks for coming in, good brother. You and Sister Jasmine, thank you for coming on in today. Thank you. Erica Yashel and Elder Henry, double honor to the elders. Thank you for coming on in, Ohio crew. Appreciate you. Really appreciate you. Thank you for coming on in. Brother Sterling Silver, thank you for coming on in, good brother. You and Sister Sophie, thank you for coming on in. Appreciate you. All right, Sister, your niece, Baby Charlotte, Warrior Caleb, thank you for coming on in today. We really appreciate you guys. Chief Scientist, thank you for coming on in. This one's probably going to be right up your alley today, Chief Scientist. Look at that, Chief Scientist. This one's going to be, let me see. Look at that, y'all. It said due to limited bandwidth. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Due to limited bandwidth, it might be a reduction in our quality. Now, I ain't never had that problem with StreamYard. Never had that problem. But hopefully, let me go to my settings real quick. It's not gonna let me go to that because I'm in studio. I was gonna try to see if let's just hope, because I can't tell that the quality is not high. But anytime you got a file lesson, stuff's just I like reduce bandwidth. What? Man, They gonna make me lead them. But thank y'all for coming on in. Keep it alive. We thank you for coming on in today. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Boy, I tell you, bandwidth, reduction in quality. What? All right. Now I thought I deleted some stuff yesterday off of here. You know, let's see. I don't want to go back to the dashboard because it'll take me out of this broadcast. But anyway, we just gonna deal with it. It will be good. We'll be good. But I'm gonna decrease that he might increase. Thank you for coming on in, Key to Life. Thank you for coming on in. Hit the like button if you guys can. It's helped us out tremendously. Bandwidth. It's the same stuff we had last week. But anyway, let's go ahead and let me decrease with the Most High's word up here. We'll pray and we get on into the scripts. Make sure it popped up on YouTube correctly. Wow. Oh well, and this one you want this stuff is some crispness. Crispness. And I hope it don't be going today. Man. All right, guys, let's get on into this. Let's get on into this. We'll pray. Abba, Heavenly Father, we just thank you for today, your holy Sabbath day, the day you hung in creation millennia ago. Father, we just thank you for all your people that are here to hear your word, and we ask that you would bless them. We ask that you would edify them, and we ask that you would change them for the better in their lives. Father, we just thank you right now that you alone will get all the praise, all the honor, all the glory due your name. And we pray that your people be in unity and peace. Father, we bind the devil. We cast him out. We cast out strife. We cast out argument. We cast out confusion. And we thank you for unity in the bond of peace. Father, right now, we just thank you that your Holy Spirit will flow and cause me to say the things that I need to minister life unto your people that will cause them to be not only hearers of your word, will be cause them to be doers of your word. Father, grant them all the desires of their hearts. Grant it to them. Bless them beyond their wildest dreams because they are here honoring your holy Shabbat. We just thank you for many, many blessings. That these blessings will overtake us and overcome us where we won't have room enough to receive them. We just thank you for all of these things. We just pray in the mighty, powerful, glorious name of your son, Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen. 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 Thank you guys for coming on in today. If I hadn't said it for 100th time, I'll say it 101 times. But what we talking about today? Planet Rahab. Woo! Planet Rahab. Brother Ronnie, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Some Planet Rahab. Yeah, Planet Rahab. Your Bible got something to say about it. Now, I did this teaching back in 2018. I went back into my little archive book. I used for about 2 or 3 years, I was writing down every message, everybody that was in attendance. Everybody was in attendance. I always wrote the name of the message, the date it was taught, and how many people attended. Only 15 people have heard this message. I can't even find, I used to record the audio. I can't even find the audio. I don't even know what the audio is. So I know that I need to redo this teaching. The audio missing. I was like, what the world going on? So, and this was I showed a list of classes that I was going to do coming up, and I said not in no particular order, but this is a special request. Someone asked, could you do that one? And there's, can you do that one? I said, sure I can. Especially for people that have been in your corner, been there for you. You don't mind doing special request classes for them. You just don't. But not only that, I just realized I forgot to put the video in here. It was when I was watching the news yesterday. They were talking about the planets aligning up and everybody making a big fuss. It's supposed to be taking place. I don't know if it's this month or next month, whenever it is. And the Most High just let you know you're right on time with him. Not only that, well, I'll say that for later. But I'm doing this class because it's a interesting class. Some things that you learn are good to know, nice to know, and some things a need to know. I think this is all of those. Good, nice, and need to know. All of them. Need to know. But Planet Rahab. So what are we talking about there? We're going to be talking about Rahab's Satan's fall. A lot of times you ask people, what you know about Rahab? They'll talk about Rahab the harlot. No, we ain't talking about her. we ain't talking about Rahab the harlot. So I told you, I did this October the 20th, 2015, and 15 people were in attendance. This ain't the day that I did it, but it's just a nice little picture of the setup we have in the room up front of my house. I dedicated my house and made it. We didn't have any money or anything to start a church, so we started in the house. Like how they do in the Bible. Thank the Most High, we on our way to a building, getting a building, and we got an agreement. We got an agreement with a guy, but it's some stuff he got to get done to the building, and that's the holdup. His stuff he not having gotten. We haven't officially signed anything, but he was like, "Yo, man, you got it. Don't worry. It may be a while, but we'll just leave that into the hands of the Most High." But we shook hands. We'll see. We'll see what's what in the next month or so. But that's where we were, in the house. Planet Rahab. Little humble, meager beginning. Before we had them chairs, we was on couches. We had couches lined up on the walls and stuff. We had couches, folding chairs, and then the Most High started blessing us a little bit. We were able to buy chairs. Nice chairs, comfortable chairs. Set them on hard metallic chairs. We still have them in the overflow, but but this lesson, you gotta study, folks. Oh yeah, Sister Eric said they had it when they came down. They came down. It was, 4 of them. They just came down here. Sister Erica, Sister Yanis, Sister Rosie, and baby Charlotte. Matter of fact, this teaching that I did back in 2018, my son Robert was in the womb. Yeah, he was in the womb. I think he had a few more months to. What was it? Also, he had about 3 or 4 more months before he came into the world. But what we got to do to this Bible, we got to study to show ourselves thyself approved unto who? To men in the world. No, you want to study to show yourself approved to who? Yah. A workman that needed not to be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of truth, or the scriptures. So that's what we're supposed to be studying, the scriptures. And at this time when Paul wrote this, what was scriptures? That's what you got, Genesis to Malachi and the Apocrypha. But the word approve, I love this definition. Anytime I can throw it in, that word is dokimos. It says accepted, particularly of coins and money. Accepted, pleasing, acceptable. It says in the ancient world, there was no banking system as we knew it today and no paper money. All money was made from metal, heated unto liquid, poured into molds and allowed to cool. When the coins were cool, it was necessary to smooth out the uneven edges. The coins were comparatively soft, and of course, many people shaved them closely. In 1 century, more than 80 laws were passed in Athens to stop the practice of whittling down the coins then in circulation. But some money changers were men of integrity. What am I peddling? I'm peddling this word, this gold right here that we peddling, that we're trading with you. Who would accept no counterfeit money? They were men of honor who put only genuine full weight money into circulation. We put in genuine full weight scriptures. Such men were called dokimos, and this word is used here for the Christian as he is seen by the world. We need to have integrity. Dokimos. So when we getting ready to go next, we getting ready to go to the Apocrypha. That book that was removed in 1885. It was in the KJV Bible for 274 years. Most Christians don't know that. But we're gonna go to C Rock because this is a deep lesson that we're gonna do today. Most people, they want that deep stuff. It said, but he, this Sirach, or also known as Ecclesiasticus, 139, 1 through 8. It said, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, do you give your mind to the law of the Most High? And is occupied in the meditation thereof. You need to meditate on the word. You got problems in your life, I guarantee you, go find your situation in the Bible and meditate on those words. You don't have any money, you're struggling, go to some prosperity scriptures or some scriptures about the Most High delivering you and meditate on them day and night, all the time. You're sick in your body, go to some healing scriptures and meditate on those things. And the Bible has the answer for every issue of your life. It says, but what would this man do? It says he will seek out all the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. He will keep the sayings of renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. Get in the Psalms, get in Sirach. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences, meaning hard sentences, hard things, and be conversant in dark parables or like riddles. He shall serve among great men and appear before princes. He will travel through strange countries. I hope to do that. For he hath tried the good and the evil among men. He will give his heart to resort early to Yahweh that made him. I did that at early. I remember I was probably about 8 or 9 years old. I went into my mom and dad and I just bust out crying saying, I don't want to die and go to hell. That's what I say. I don't want to die and go to hell. And they said, oh, you're not going to hell, son. All you got to do, is confess Yeshua as your Lord. And, that made me feel better. But a couple years passed by and I ain't know. I was in the back of my daddy's. He had a 1990 Aerostar van. It was white. He bought it from the company that he was working for. It was used, but we were so happy. We got a new car. Oh, we were so excited. But I remember I was driving in the back one day and I was like, I did confess and believe that he's my master and savior. But let me just do it again. I did it again back right there, back in that van. Then again, that same year, later that year, this woman that my mom was good friend, we used to call her Aunt Liz. She was my mom's good friend from work, and they took me to this little conference they have, and they had this little play for the children, but they had this devil dude come out. He just ran out and was scaring everybody like, I'm here to deceive you and cause you to sin and blah 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 blah. And that scared the mess out of me. And guess what? A third time, they said, who want to be the irate man? Oh yeah, me. So. Hey, I said me. I mean, this devil looked real. Come out in a cape and mask and So I confessed and believed 3 times in a span of 2 years. And it said he will give his heart to resort early to the Lord that made him, and will pray before the Most High, and will open his mouth in prayer and make supplication for his sins. Get it right. You can't mentally do stuff. You got to open your mouth up. Say something. Do something. When the great Lord will, he shall be filled with the spirit of understanding. He shall pour out wise sentences and give thanks unto the Most High in his prayers, which I do all the time. He shall direct his counsel and knowledge, and in all his secrets, you got to meditate in the secrets of the Most High. Paul said we are stewards of the mysteries of the Most High. He shall show forth what he has learned and shall glory in the law of the covenant of the Lord. We don't do that today. We just say the covenant, that's old. We in a new covenant. Same words, different blood. Let's go to Psalms before we get off into this. Because David said, oh, how I love thy law. Is my meditation all the day. Yeah, meditating on Tobit. How I love thy law is my meditation. He said, David said he loved the law, and this is his meditation all the day. Mine too. That's all I think about. That's all I talk about. They said, thou through thy commandments hast made me wiser than mine enemies, for they are ever with me. I have more understanding than all my teachers. You should be getting close to passing your teachers. For thy testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the ancients because I keep thy precepts. I have refrained my feet from every evil way that I might keep thy word. I have not departed from thy judgment, for thou hast taught me. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, sweeter than honey, and sweeter than honey to my mouth. Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way, every false way. Go to Colossians. we got two more sets of scriptures, and then we're going to get into this Rahab class. Colossians 3:1-2. If ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of Yah. Set your affection on the things above and not on the things of the earth. Don't worry about this stuff they got down here. I ain't seen nobody take money with them. I ain't seen nobody drive no Cadillac when they die. Nobody take nothing with them. But affection, that word is phreneo. We need to what? To exercise the mind. That is to entertain heavenly things, folks. Psalm 19, 1-4. Because what we going to be talking about the heavens today. Psalms 19, 1-14. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The heavens declare the heavens. Everything you see out there, what does it do? It declares the glory of Yah. And the firmament showeth his handiwork. The heavens show his handiwork. It says, day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Everywhere, every country, Italy, you got South Africa, you got Australia, wherever you may be, they all know what the sun, the moon, the stars, and the planets and all. They know what all that stuff. They know what they do. Their line is gone out throughout all the earth, and their words to the end of the world, the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. A tabernacle for the sun. You better go watch that F Earth class. Well, I just said flat Earth class. Go watch it. All of the ancients, that's what they believe. Abraham taught the Chaldeans when he left. He told the Chaldeans, what y'all doing wrong. This is what it is. Then Abraham, he left the Chaldeans and he taught the Egyptians. And then the Egyptians, they learned from the Greeks. I'm trying to tell you. Everybody was believing that the earth was flat, that the earth was still, and the sun was moving. Everybody to this dude named Pythagoras. Socrates, Plato, and them, they all thought that, but they let Pythagoras talk them out of it. Aristotle still held to he said, this earth, it don't move. The early church, they said, that's what they thought too. It doesn't move. Then folks like Copernicus, Galileo, Pythagoras, they started changing everything. Go watch that class. Which is a bridegroom. You laugh to scorn if you believe what the Bible say. The church, they got on Galileo. They said, you trying to reinterpret the Bible, brother. You teaching heresy, brother. You know, they say, well, the science proves this and that in the mathematical equation. Have you been out there to go test them? No. Well, then shut up. Which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber and rejoicing as a strong man to run a race. His going forth, talking about the sun, is from the end of heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it. But a circuit, I thought it doesn't move. See, you had two school of thoughts. Heliocentric, meaning everything revolves around the sun, or in Helios, that came from the sun god Helios. Or you believed in the geocentric, meaning that the earth is the most important thing. It is. It's a precious treasure to the Most High. Why? Because man is in it. Adam is in it. His going forth from the end of heaven and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. The law of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of why would it go right into from talking about the sun and it goes nothing can hide from his heat? Because that's what the law's supposed to do. The law's supposed to be everywhere. Mm-hmm. It said, the law of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Yahweh is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandments of Yahweh is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of Yahweh is what? Clean. You see it. But what? The heavens declare his glory. Let's go to Genesis 1:1-2. It say, in the beginning, we're getting closer. Yah created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the spirit of Yah moved upon the face of the waters. Now, the King James version of Genesis 1:1 is very bad, poor. It says, in the beginning, Yah created it should say the heavens with an S. With an S. All of these other versions, they put it correctly. They all says S, heavens. Go watch our heaven class. Ooh, it was powerful. Go watch it. We did a heaven class. We did the hell class first. And then I said, man, we did a teaching on heaven. I mean, hell, let's go and do a teaching on heaven. Go watch that class. But we're going to look up the word was, because a lot of people teach this gap theory. I don't believe in no gap theory. Got a lot of holes in that. You know, they believe that the devil, when he was flung to the earth, when he was cast to the earth, when he was kicked out of heaven, that it destroyed the earth and it had to be rebuilt. No, there's a lot of flaws in that. You know, because they said was can mean became. No, how about it was just instituted? That's how it was just made. And then they say it was without form. It was formless. When you making something, like if I get a lump of clay, it's formless. It's nothing. Then they said void is the bohu. You know, they say the tohu and the bohu. And then they said we know angels was involved, because go back here, it says in the beginning Yah. And the Amplified says God, but it has Elohim. Elohim is plural. Then you got deep, the abyss. But this is what they really go to when he said replenish the earth. It means just to fill the earth, brothers and sisters. To fill. You want to know how I know? Let's look. You got to go back to it and look up the word replenish. It's from the mid-14th century. It means replenish. Provide with food or drink. It says to fill, in the green, to fill up. But it didn't come to mean to refill. It didn't come to mean to fill up again into the 1600s. But there were Bibles before the 1600s. All of them say, the Wycliffe Bible 1382 says, fill the earth. Tyndale, fill the earth. Douay Rheims, it says, fill the earth. And that was close to the 1611. It meant fill. So what is the gap theory? See, y'all thought Brother Running would come in here and teach y'all some gap theory today. Yeah, that's right, Sister Erica Yashel. She said people think the Greeks stole from the Egyptians. They did. They did steal from the Egyptians. They stole from the Egyptian what Abraham had taught them. Josephus says that in the Antiquities of the Jews. He said they got it from the Greeks, got everything they know from the Egyptians, but Abraham taught the Egyptians. It says Genesis 1:1-2 states, they said, what is the gap theory? It said, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. The gap theory is the view that God created a fully functional earth with all animals, including the dinosaurs and other creatures we know only from the fossil record. Then the theory goes, something happened to destroy the earth completely. They say most likely the fall of Satan to the earth. So the planet became without form and void. At this point, Yah started over again, recreating the earth in its paradise form as further described in Genesis. The gap theory, which is distinct from the theistic evolution and the day age theory, is also called the old earth creationism. See, they know they got all, but you can go watch our dinosaur class and we can show you that this carbon dating fossil, that's a mumbo jumbo. Yeah, go watch that dinosaur class. And the ruin reconstruction theory. In young earth creationism, Genesis 1:1 is seen as a summary of the complete chapter 1 in the Hebrew storytelling form. Yah created the heavens and earth. Then verse 2 begins a detailed breakdown of the step-by-step process that verse 1 summarizes. However, the statement that the earth was formless and empty and darkness was over the surface of the deep can be puzzling. The idea that God created a useless and shapeless earth is an uncomfortable position for some conservative theologians, and this leads them to the gap theory or the old earth perspective. According to, and go watch our Garden of Eden class, it explains everything. According to the conservative proponents of the gap theory, describes the original creation of man, perfect in every way. Then, between verses 1 and 2, Satan in heaven and was cast out. Satan's sin ruined the original creation. That is, his rebellion brought this destruction and eventual death to the earth, reduced it to formless and empty state, ready for reconstruction. The length of time involved, the size of the gap is not specified, but could have lasted millions of years. Of course, Satan must have fallen before Adam did. Otherwise, there would not have been no temptation in the garden. Young earth creationists say that Satan fell sometimes after Genesis 1:31. Gap theorists say Satan fell between Genesis 1:1 and 2. One difficulty of the gap theory is that it requires that the creation suffer death and destruction before Adam's fall. But Romans 5:12 says, sin entered the world through one man and death through sin, and in this way death came to all people because all sinned. The gap theory counters by posting two worlds. Satan's sin brought death to the original creation, whatever that was like, and Adam's sin brought death to recreation, the realm of mankind. Through Adam's sin, evil entered our world and the realm of man was cursed, but rebellion already existed outside the realm of mankind. Since Satan and his angels had already fallen, you can see Isaiah 14, which we're going to look at today, Ezekiel 28, which we're going to look at today. Sin could not enter into the realm of man until man chose it, and Satan via the serpent successfully tempted man to make that choice. Objections to the gap theory include the idea if something important happened. Objections to the gap theory include the idea if something important had occurred between Genesis 1:1 and 2, Yah would have told us so, rather than to leave us to speculate in ignorance. Also, Genesis 1:31, Yah declared his creation to be what? Very good, a statement difficult to square with the theory that evil already existed because of Satan's fall in the gap. But you see the general idea. I don't believe that. But anyway, so when did he fall? Because we talking about Planet Rahab today. Is that Satan's answer? This from Got Questions. Pretty respectable site. Don't believe everything they say. Particularly about, they say the dietary law done away with and the law done away with. Satan's fall from heaven is symbolically described in Isaiah 14, Ezekiel 28, while these two passages are referring specifically to the kings of Babylon and Tyre or Tyrus. Yes, it does. We believe, me too. They also reference the spiritual power behind those kings, namely Satan. These passages describe why Satan fell, but they do not say when the fall occurred. Yeshua, the eternal Son of Yah, witnessed Satan's fall, and he mentions it in Luke 10:18. I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. We know the angels were created before the earth. Satan fell before we know he fell before he tempted Adam and Eve in the garden. Satan's fall, therefore, must have occurred somewhere after the time the angels were created and before he tempted Adam and Eve in the garden. Whether Satan's fall occurs hours, days or years before he tempted Adam and Eve in the garden? Scripture does not say. We don't even know how long Adam and Eve lived in the garden before they fell. It could have been a day, 2, 3. We don't know. They could have been living there 677 years. We don't know. watch this. And a lot of people, they try to use this. Jeremiah 4:23, he said, I beheld the earth, and lo, it was without form and void, and the heavens, and they had no light. They said, see, he knew about. No, if you read in context, he's saying, oh, this what's finna happen to Jerusalem. Ain't gonna be nobody up in there. Nobody. Jerusalem gonna be desolate. That's the context. He was just using that as an example. But what we talking about today? Rahab, Satan's fall. Planet Rahab. Planet? First off, what the world is a planet? Okay, let's look at what a planet is. It says a celestial body moving in an elliptical orbit around a star. The Earth. It says archaic astrology, a celestial body distinguished from the fixed stars by having an apparent motion of its own, including the sun and the moon. That's why they said this archaic astrology. No, they knew what it was. Abraham taught them, especially with reference to its supposed influence on people and events. The Greek word is planetes. It says, let's look at that. Middle English from Old French planete, from Latin planeta, planetes, from the Greek planetes. It means wanderer. Planet, from planet. It means wonder, to wonder. That's what a planet is. Now, when I was in school, now you ask the people today, how many planets are there? The kids today, they're going to tell you there are 8 planets. But when we was in school, we had 9 planets. They done took Pluto away and call it a dwarf. Oh, it's a dwarf planet now. Stuff always changing. Give it another 20 years, see what they be called. See how many we got. We probably be down to 3. No, I don't believe it comes from the word plane. But if you look in a etymology dictionary, it'll tell you. It'll tell you. But planet, noun. It says any of the large bodies that revolve around the sun in the solar system. A similar body associated with another star. It says, now watch this. Letter C. Any of the 7 celestial bodies, Sun, Moon, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, and Saturn, that in ancient belief have motions of their own among the fixed stars. Pay attention to that today. It says a personal thing of great importance, a luminary. But again, what is a planet? We're going to go to the nasa.gov, science.nasa.gov site. What is a planet? The word goes back to the ancient Greek word planet, which means wanderer. Wanderer. A more modern definition can be found in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, which defines a planet as any of the large bodies that revolve around the sun in the solar system. You notice it says a more modern definition. That's what they tell you. In 2006, the International Astronomical Union, or the IAU, a group of astronomers that name objects in our solar system, agreed on their definition of the word planet. I wasn't in that group. I didn't get to cast a vote. This new definition change caused Pluto's famous demotion to a dwarf planet. So in 2006, I was 26 years old, and Pluto ain't no planet no more. So for 26 years of my life, Pluto was a planet. An evolving definition. Same article, same site. When the ancient Greeks came up with their definition of planets, they counted the Earth's moon and sun as planet, along with Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. What? Because what? they would the only planet that doesn't move is the Earth. We gonna show you. All right, but it says they counted Earth's moon and sun as planets along with Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Interestingly, the Earth was not considered a planet, but rather thought to be the central object around which all the other celestial objects orbited. You know, that's what Abraham taught him. I'm gonna roll with Abraham, y'all. Some doggone Pythagoras. I can't, you know why I can't stand Pythagoras? Because he made my 10th grade year in high school live in Hades. You know, that C squared equals A squared plus B squared. I struggled through geometry the whole year. I passed, though. I passed. A lot of hard work, but I passed. I didn't know what TV looked like. Cause my mom and dad, they was like A's and B's only. They didn't play. A's and B's only. I was getting straight A's and B's and everything, really mostly A's, and a few, or may have, if I did get a B, it was one, maybe two. They ain't play. My daddy said C, but C mean you could have did better. And he said D mean dummy. He said we ain't got no dummies in this house. Yeah, they ain't play. Get your work out. But my kids, get your work out. The truth. That's the truth right there. It said the first known molecule that placed the sun at the center of the known universe with the earth revolving around it was presented by what's his name? Aristarchus of Samos in the third century. But it was not generally accepted. It wasn't until the 16th century that the idea was revived by Nicholas Copernicus. By the 17th century, astronomers, aided by the invention of the telescope, realized that the sun was the celestial object around which all the planets, including Earth, orbit, that the moon is not a planet, but a satellite of the Earth. Uranus was added as a planet in 1781, and Neptune was discovered in 1846. Ceres was discovered between Mars and Jupiter in 1801. But you see it, guys. Look down. Pluto, discovered in 1930, was identified as a night planet, but Pluto is much smaller than Mercury and is even smaller than some of the planetary moons. It is unlike the terrestrial planets. The terrestrial planets of Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. These are the terrestrial ones. You know, ones that got what? Terra firma. You can. The others are what? Balls of gas. Or the gas giants, Jupiter and Saturn, or the ice giants, Uranus and Neptune. Charon is a huge satellite, blah blah blah. You see it, and then you can see the Kuiper belt is thousands of ice bodies. That's the closest you get to heaven, you know. Yeah. So what is wandering in the scriptures? Because it said we know planet tag means wanderer. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians 2:1-17. We're going to skim through this. This is what Paul said. Now, we beseech ye, brethren, by the coming of our Master, Yeshua HaMashiach, by the gathering of ourselves to him. He said, don't be scared by letter or nothing. Don't let nobody deceive you. He not coming back to the great falling away first. That the man of sin, the son of perdition is, you know, the Antichrist. The Satan's dude that's going to rule the whole world and cause many to fall. But the word falling away, it means what? Rebellion. It's apostasia. It says defection from the truth. You know, we talking about the what? The mystery of iniquity, verse 7. And we talking about the wickedness in verse 8. And we talking about the Antichrist is going to be after the working of Satan. But that word iniquity and wicked is animals, lawless. Lawless. It says lawless, without law, not subject to the law, violating law, wicked, impious, transgressor. You see it? Lawless. That is the strong, lawless, not subject to Hebrew law. Down at the bottom, departing from the law, destitute of Mosaic law, lawless, wicked. In the Antichrist time, it's gonna be void. Are we void of law today? Yes, you'll see it. But the New King James Version say the mystery of iniquity, wicked, it calls it what it is. Lawless, the wicked one, lawless. The coming of the what? The lawless one. But it says, skip to verse 11. It said, and for this cause y'all shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. What's the lie? The law over. But let's look up that word, a strong delusion. Delusion. That word is a what? Wandering. Look at the word. What's the Greek word? Plain. Plain. Which is very close to the word planet or planete in the Greek. A wandering, a deceit, deception, delusion, impostor, fraud, seduction, deceiving, false opinion. Look down at the Thayer definition. Well, I look at the Strong's. It says fraudulence, straying from orthodoxy or piety, error. Thayer, a wandering, a straying about. Let's go to Jude 5, 13, 5 to 13, Jude 1, 5 to 13. It's only one chapter in Jude anyway. It says, Jude said, I would therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how Yahweh having, Brother Ronnie, when we gonna get to planet Rahab? Hold your horses. Though ye once knew this, that the Most High having saving the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that didn't believe or was disobedient. Watch this. And the angels, which kept not their first estate. Wait. What were the children of Israel doing in Egypt? Wandering. And the angels, which kept not their first estate. This ain't talking about when Satan was threw out of heaven. This is talking about the Genesis 6 falling. But what they do, the angels which kept not their first estate, that's the second fall, but left their own habitation. He hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness to the judgment of the great day. Even or just as, so these angels did just like Sodom and Gomorrah, and the cities about them in what? Like manner. So the people in Sodom and Gomorrah did, or the angels that kept not their first estate did the same thing that what the people in Sodom and Gomorrah did. Let's see what they did. Even or just as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication, angels committing fornication, the fallen ones, and going after what? Strange flesh. What? So the Sodom and Gomorrah, what was their strange flesh? Men after men. Angels, what was their strange flesh? Angels after women. Are set forth as an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. Likewise, and they talking about what? This whole thing's about false prophets. We're going to see what these false prophets are like. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignitaries. You know, the people that's in charge. Yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, the Most High rebuke you. But all these speak evil of those things which they know not, but what they know naturally as brute beasts, in those things they corrupt themselves. Woe unto them, for they have what? Gone what? The way of Cain. Was Cain a wanderer? Yes. That was his punishment for killing his brother. But watch this. Hold on. The Jude is just is comparing all of these people. False prophets, you just like the wandering people in Egypt. False prophets are just like those wandering angels. You're also just like those wandering letter people in Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. They all are related. It says these are spots. It said you are going the way of Cain and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward and perished in the gainsaying of Kor. It's all about wandering, evilness, money, wickedness. These are spots in your feast of charity when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water, carried about of winds, trees whose fruit withereth, fruit twice dead, plucked up by the roots, raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame. They are what? Wandering stars. To whom is reserved the blackness of the darkness forever. Wandering star. What is a a wandering star? Huh? Wandering stars. That word is planetates, which we just let's go back to it. Hold on. When we went to this definition, it says planet. It says of Greek origin, planetes, a wanderer. Let's go back. Where am I? Here we go. Raging way, the wandering stars. Let's see what it say. A rover. You know how when they say they sent something to another planet, we're gonna send a rover up there. A wanderer, wandering star. The Strong said planetes, a rover, a planet. Thayer said wandering stars. Planet. But let's get to Satan. I'm trying to tell you. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun. This woman is talking about Israel. And the moon under her feet, and upon her head 12 crown of 12 stars. You know, that's all the tribes. And I'm telling you that we got two. I'm telling you, you can even apply this to Adam, because Satan did this to both Adams. And she, meaning Israel, was going to be with child with who? With Yeshua, because he came out of the tribe of what? Judah. And the earth, guess who came out the earth? Adam. Being with child cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. Here come Mr. Satan. When Yeshua was born, he tried to kill him. When Adam was born, he did kill him. Got him up out that garden. He was a dead man walking. And his tail, this is Satan's tail, drew a third part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth a man child. Did the earth bring forth a man child? Yeah, who? Adam. A man child. He was a full grown man when he came out. He said, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron? Adam was supposed to be the standard, folks. Yeshua, the second Adam, he gonna do what the first Adam failed to do. And her child was caught up unto Yah and to his throne. Yeshua is up in heaven, seated at the right hand of the Father. Adam there too now. But do you know, according to the legends of the Jews, that Adam was taken up to heaven? So that was taken up to heaven. That's when Satan wouldn't bow to him. Yeshua said, the archangel Michael said, bow. I think it was Michael. Bow. He wouldn't bow. Him and a third of the angels, they wouldn't bow. That's when they were threw out. Throughout. You can't come up in here no more. And by the way, take this with you. When you threw out, we're going to show you what happened. Take this with you. Take this with you. Thrown out. Get out of here. Beat it. I didn't put it in here, but you can go to the Quran. You can go to Legends of the Jews. You can go to a whole bunch of other different sources that say, and you can even go to your Bible. All of the angels had to bow down. Where we, Brother Ronnie, what the Bible say that all the angels had to bow down? I didn't put it in here. It don't say that. You just making that up, brother. No, I'm not. Hebrews chapter 1. It says, for which of the angels did he, the Most High, ever say, you are my son, today I have begotten you. And again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son. But when he again brings the firstborn into the world, he says, let all of the angels. Who was the firstborn into the world when the world was created? Adam. The devil was jealous. He didn't want it. Said, let all of the angels of Yah worship him. The devil said, no, I'm not going to bow down to something that's made out of clay. I'm made out of fire. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? That's when he was flung. You can't stay up here. That's pride. And guess what? This is the month of June. Today is today the 1st of June. I didn't try to plan this. This is what they call what? Pride month. That's how I know I'm on time with the Most High. He guides me. He spurred another brother to say, you need to go and do that Planet Rahab. I said, I got you, bro. I got you. Trying to tell you, you hurry up for my bandwidth run out. But it drew a third of the parts of stars of heaven, and she brought forth a man child. Now, people mess up and get verse 4, and it's telling the whole story. So they think that verse 7 is about verse 4. It's not. How you know? All you gotta do is keep reading to know that it's gonna be another final battle. It's saying the woman fled into the wilderness where she had a place. Go watch our wilderness class, the second Exodus. We got a class on it. That they should feed her there 1,203 days. And there was war in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels fought. But guess what? And they prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore in heaven. The devil still can go up and down. You can see that in Job chapter 1, Job chapter 2. His access is very limited, but there's coming a time in the end time where there won't be, and you can't be up here at all. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Now, how he deceived the whole world if it wasn't no world? So you got him, and then they overcame him by the blood of the blood of Yeshua wasn't spilled till what? The 1st century. Right here it said, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. Yeshua didn't die. He fell before Adam. Well, who in the heck was he accusing? It said for the accuser of the brethren is been cast out. Who the heck was he accusing? If he fell waver, stop, man. But we're going to show you today. Oh boy, let's go to Enoch. We talking about Planet Rahab. We got to show you. Let's go to Enoch. Get you one. Got one right here. When I leave his house, this Bible is with me. This book of Enoch is with me, and my Apocrypha is with me, and my book of Jasher is always with me. It might be why I got a little back problems coming on. I be carrying too much stuff. Auntie said, "Boy, what are you carrying all that stuff for?" I said, "You never know when the class gonna break out." But this Enoch chapter 72, verse 1 through 4, it talks about the book of the courses of the luminaries of heaven. It said the book of the courses of the luminaries of heaven, the relations of each according to their name, origin, and months, dominion, and season, which Uriel, the holy angel who was with me, who is their guide, showed me. And so Uriel is over all of the luminaries that's in heaven. Everything. And angels too. And it's angels under him. They control everything. The weather, everything. The holy angel who was with me, who is their guide, showed me, and he showed me all their laws. Well, what? The luminary laws, exactly as they are, and how it is with each of the years of the world and to eternity, until the new creation is accomplished, which endures until eternity. And this is the first law of the luminaries. The luminary, the sun, has its rising in the eastern doors of heaven and is setting in the western doors of the heaven. And I saw 6 doors in which the sun rises, and 6 doors. We're not gonna read all this for the sake of time, but he showed you the course of the sun. Let's go to Enoch 73, 1 and 2. Now we got the moon. The sun is called a he, the moon is called a she. After this, why? Because the moon gets its light from what? The sun. People don't know that. A husband is supposed to preach to his wife, teach his wife. She get that law and that light and that water from who? Her husband. But see, today women don't want that. They want to do whatever they want to do. They don't want to listen to their husband. They think they know more than their husband. We were watching this show with Omar Gooding called Family Time, and this man didn't do nothing wrong. His wife just kicked him out, told him, now he paid for the house. She worked every day. She told him to get out, and he got out. I said, what? How did that work? Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait. What? Some stuff going on, and then you're going to be sleeping on the couch. No. You can sleep on the couch, but this is our bed. Matter of fact, the scripture told us don't let the sun go down on our wrath. We need to get this stuff together before we go to sleep. You gonna sleep on the couch. Baby, please, can I come back home? This world, so that's what these televisions they designed to tear the family up. They don't want no structure. You wonder why the world is like it is today? The family structure has broke down. Enoch 73, 1 to 2. And after this, if you are a woman that have kicked your husband out of the house, you trying to run the house, you in trouble with the Most High if you don't change. And after this law, I saw another law dealing with the smaller luminary, which is named the moon, and her orbit is like the sphere orbit disk of the heaven, and her chariot in which she rides is driven by the wind, and light is given to her in measuring. Let's go. It says, I already read this one, but the hiss and her. I told you this in Enoch. It's called the sun is called a hiss, and in the Bible, the sun is called a hiss. And the moon is called a her in Enoch. The moon is called a her in the Bible too. There it is. You can read that on your own. It says, this is Enoch 75, and the leaders of the head of the 10,000s who are in charge of the whole creation and over the stars, angels are over the stars. Angels are over the planets. Angels are over everything that's out there. Enoch chapter 80. It says, and in those days, Uriel answered and said to me, behold, I have shown you everything. Enoch, I have revealed everything to you that you should see this sun and this moon and the leaders of the stars of heaven and all those who turn them, their tasks and their times of departure. That's one reason they don't want this book in the Bible. But we're gonna go to dsmimenek.valetta. This is an article I found. We're going to show you why not angels. Who moving this stuff? How does all that stuff move out there? Why not angels? It said parodies of intelligent design. When I am motivated to write something, I intend to make available on the on the World Wide Web. I sometimes use a search engine to find whether it's already been done, and then maybe I won't have to write it. I'm going to tell you, this Planet Rahab, it ain't on the internet. Not this teacher. We ain't even got any good. It said, in this case, my intention was to illustrate the futility of filling the gaps in scientific knowledge with supernatural hypotheses. The obvious answer would be, in medieval times, no one had any notion what kept planets moving in their orbits. They thought the sun and the moon, they thought that was, and they thought they were planets. Some assume that it must be that each planet had a dedicated angel to push it around and around. Since science has no why explanation for anything that goes on in the natural world, then everything requires a supernatural explanation dedicated to industrious angels. do all IA do all the natural stuff. It said apparently those ideas were too obvious, especially to those who actually think about what matters. I turned up a wealth of commentary and satire on these ideas. We're gonna skip ahead, same article. We're gonna look at Johannes Kepler. Johannes Kepler in 1571 to 1630 began to wonder why planets moved as they do. For a while, he entertained the then popular notion that planets were pushed by angels. That's what everybody thought. Enoch thought it. Abraham thought it. The Egyptians and the Greeks, they all thought it. But when you get to these people that's been puffed up by so-called knowledge, it says, after all, planetary motion had been found to be quite lawful and regular, yet there was no obvious agent to give them a push as Aristotelian physics required. But Kepler did not leave it there. He wanted to know more how the process works, as he should. Somebody should just hand him a book of Enoch. And after considering and discarding many hypotheses over many years, some of them fantastical and mystical, he finally stripped away the supernatural notions and worked out his 3 purely mathematical laws of planetary motion. He didn't want to believe the supernatural, so he decided to make up his own math equation. His model never answered the question of what pushes the planet, but his models didn't have angels. It turned out that the question was the wrong question, for Newton showed us nothing pushes the planet. Newton, okay, Sir Isaac, the dude who the apple hit him upside the head. Still, Kepler's laws worked and stand as landmark of science to this day. But why? We're going to look at Sir Isaac Newton, who speak out 2 sides of his neck. Watch this. Sir Isaac Newton, 1643 to 1727, proposed his theories of mechanics, in which the idea of force was finally interpreted in a useful way, and his law of universal gravitation, critics called it an occult theory. That's what they called it. They called gravity an occult theory. They complained that he hadn't explained anything, just worked out laws of how things operate. They wanted an explanation of this gravitational force that could act on bodies without anything between them. Newton responded, I make no hypothesis, probably meaning I don't speculate on such matters. But he clearly did speculate, at least privately. Let's see what he thought privately. In a letter to Reverend Dr. Richard Bentley in 1692, Isaac Newton wrote, to your second query I answer, or your second question I answer, that the motions which the planets now have could not spring from any natural cause alone, were impressed by an intelligent agent. Those who support intelligent design can count Newton as one of their own. Still, Newton was able to develop and perfect his scientific theory of mechanics without ever explicitly invoking anything supernatural or mystical. His mechanics worked with such assumptions, perhaps he understood that the supernatural and mystical, even if they are a part of one's philosophy, have no place in scientific theory. In my opinion, Newton showed the way and the necessity to keep. So privately, he was saying, yeah, some supernatural things doing these things. But on his own, out in the public talking to people, oh, my mathematical equation is this, my mathematical equation is that. But privately, he telling people, yeah, them angels doing that. Like the ancients thought. Let's go to Job 1 through 13. We getting closer to Rahab. Job, he said, at this my heart also trembleth and is moved out of his place. Hear intently to the noise of his voice, and that the sound that goeth out of his mouth. He directed it under the whole heaven, this thunder and lightning, the Most High doing this, and his lightning unto the ends of the earth. After it a voice roareth, he thundereth with his voice of his excellency, and he will not stay them when his voice is heard. Yah thundereth marvelously with his voice. Great thing, I told we used to have a dog named Patches. Boy, one time when that thunder came, when he was a little pup, thunder came, he ran through the house, got in the bed, in the furthest corner of the house, under the bed, in the furthest corner under the bed, he would not come out. I said, get out of there, Patches. Come on out of there, boy. That man was looking at me like, I ain't never coming up out of here. He understood. whoever making that noise is greater and supersedes you, Master Ronnie. He would not come out. Animals, they know. It says, God thundereth marvelously, Yahweh thundereth marvelously with his voice. Great thing doth he, which we'll never understand the fullness. For he said to the snow, be thou on the earth. Likewise to the small rain and to the great rain of his strength. He sealeth up the hand of every man that all men may know his work. It said, then the beast go in the dens, like my dog Patches. He wasn't playing. He wasn't coming out. Two things made him run. That thunder, and when I would come to trim his nails. He was like, man, you an amateur. I be cutting it too close. I thought he go, and he would run off. But I got good to where I could get it while I wouldn't, pinch his skin. It said, then the beasts go out into the dens and remain in their places. Out of the south cometh the whirlwinds, and cold out of the north. Cold out of the north. Cold out of the north. By the breath of Yah, frost is given. Now that's some winter fresh right there. That's some icebreakers gum right there. It's mints right there. And the breath of the waters is straightened. Also by watering the wearieth, the thick cloud, he scattereth his bright cloud. And it is turned round about by his count. It is turned round about by his what? His counsels. Who? His divine heavenly counsel. Angels. That they may do so whatsoever he command them upon the face of the earth. He causes it to come, whether for correction, or for his hand, or for his land, or for his mercy. He uses the weather for, go watch out when the Most High uses the weather. He uses it for correction. He uses it for his land. The land might need some water or whatever it might need. Or for mercy. When snow come, when snowfall hit, crime stop. Why? Because can't nobody get out. Frost, counsel. Listen to a bit of frost, ice, Chris. All that come out and that counsel said good advice, direction, good advice. Go watch our heavenly. We got a heavenly host class, the divine heavenly counsel class. Let's go to Job 38. This is when Job got beside himself, and the Most High said, "No, you gonna listen to me, bro." Then the Most High answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, "Who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge?" Brother Ronnie, when we gonna get the right? We almost there. Who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, Job, and you answer me, Job. Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare if you have understanding. Who hath laid the measure thereof, if thou knowest? Or who hath stretched the line upon thereon? Wherein are the foundations thereof fastened? Or who laid the cornerstone thereof? When the morning stars, not the wandering stars, the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of Yah shouted for joy. When the creation happened. Let's skip to verse 22. It said, hast thou entered the treasures of the snow? Or hast thou seen the treasures of hell, which I have reserved against the time of trouble? He got a room for snow. See, that's when you get to that cuniper, however you say it, built. That ice, that frost, ice. And the Most High tell it, be thou on the earth. Trying to tell you, we're going to skip ahead. Let's go to, he said, have the rain a father? Who have begotten the drops of dew? Out of whose womb came the ice and the hoary frost of heaven? Who have gendered it? The waters are hid with a stone, and the face of the deep is frozen. Canst thou bind the sweet influence of Pleiades? Pleiades? What the world is that? Or the loose bands, or these are constellations, folks. Who can bring forth what? Mazzaroth. If you Mazzaroth, or who can guide Articus with his sons, or the bear? The Mazzaroth is the 12 signs of the zodiac. Bro, you can't make that. You can't say that. Yeah, I can. All you gotta do is look up Mazzaroth and it'll tell you. Knowest the ordinances of heaven? Can now set the dominion on the earth? Let's look at the word treasure. Look at all this, guys. An armory. The Most High store all the snow, everything in the heavens. Go watch that heaven class. We show it to you. That stuff, that ice and crystal, that's come straight from heaven. It ain't nothing but light. You want to know how I know? Look at that. This when it snowed in my house a couple of years ago. This dead in the night. This like 12 o'clock in the morning. Look what it looked like. That's part of the light from heaven. For what? Mercy. For the land. They might just need it. Or for to get a message across. Warning. That's my front and backyard. What? Yeah. But don't you be a wanderer. Don't be a wanderer. You gotta what? Continue in his word. We're not gonna read all this. It just said 1 through 44. I ain't even put all 44 in there. But Yeshua just said you gotta know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And whoever commits sin is servant of sin. You get it. But we want to talk about who? The devil. He was a murderer from the beginning. A murderer. Let's go to the Antiquities of the Jews. We're gonna look at Cain. What was he? He was a wanderer. That's why he called them. He called the angels. He called the people in Egypt. He called Cain and all of them. He called them wandering stars. They were rebellious. Antiquities of the Jews is saying Cain had traveled over many countries. He wandered with his wife, built a city named Nod, which is a place so called. And there he settled abode, and there he had children. However, he did not accept his punishment. What was his punishment? The Most High said, you're going to be, in verse 12 and 14, you're going to be a fugitive and a vagabond. What else did he do? Look down. He became it says, he augmented his household with substance, with much wealth, with rapine and violence. He excited his acquaintance to procure pleasures and spoils by robbery. He became a great leader of men into wicked courses. Not righteous courses, wicked courses. He also introduced a change in the way of simplicity wherein men lived and was the author of racism and the money system. But let's look up fugitive. The word fugitive is nuah. Nuah. It says to quiver, totter, shake, reel, stagger, wonder. He shook. The devil is a wanderer too. Move, sift, to make, move, wave, waver, tremble. Don't be a wanderer. Most High say this, you do that. Don't deviate from it. You say you believe the Most High, don't waver. Don't 1 minute you believe him, and the next minute you don't believe him. Whoa, no. Look down the bottom. It said to cause to wonder. The Strong's to the right says to be gone away. I'm only reading the yellow. Shake, to and fro. Wonder, up and down. Cain a wanderer. He a fugitive. What is a vagabond? Same. The other one was Noah. This one is Nud. Nud. It said wander. To move to and fro. Wander. Take flight. To cause to wonder. To move oneself to and fro. The Strong. To wander. Flee. Shake. Vagabond. Wandering. Watch this. We finna show you something. What Yeshua said. He said, this is Luke 4:16-21, and he came to Nazareth, where he had, because I'm setting the scene. We're going to show you Satan and Planet Rahab. And he came to Nazareth where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, he went in the synagogue to keep the Sabbath day. Like what we doing, the synagogue on the Sabbath day, stood up. That's what we doing today. We just reading the prophets and everything. But he said, it says, and there was delivered to him a book of Isaiah. And when he had opened the book, he found a place where it was written, the Spirit of Yahweh is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives. Keep captives in mind. Let's go to Luke 10:1-20. We're not going to read all of this. We're just going to hit certain parts. It said, after these things, the master appointed other 70 also, and sent them 2 and 2 before his face into every city and place whither he himself would come. Therefore said he unto them, the harvest is truly great, but the laborers are few. Ain't a lot of laborers out here. There's a lot of people thirsting for the word. We got to get them in. We got to get them in the boat, folks. Verse 3, it said, go your ways. Behold, I send you forth as lambs among what? Wolves. Carry neither purse nor scrip nor shoes, and salute no man by the way. And into whatsoever house ye enter, first say, peace be to this house. We're going to skip ahead. We're getting ready to get into stuff. It said, even the very dust of your city, which cleaveth on us, we do wipe off again. That's why you got to shake when he says shake the dust off your feet. You go in there, you preach to them. They don't take it, shake the dust off your feet. Because what? You go back home. You can't take that wicked dust into Israel. You can't do it. That was the purpose of they shaking the dust off their feet. Study that out on your own. But I say unto you that it shall be more tolerable in that day for Sodom than for that city. Whatever city you in that don't want to take the truth, it's gonna be the people in Sodom and Gomorrah gonna have more mercy than them. It said, woe unto the Chorazin, woe unto the Bethsaida, for if the mighty works have been done in Tyre and Sidon, which have been done in you, they had a great while ago repented, sitting in sackcloth and ashes. But it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon than for you. Boy, hold on, let's keep it pushing. He said, he that heareth you, Yeshua said, he that hear you, hear me. But we know Yeshua only says what? The law, statutes, and commandments. He said, Moses' writings is my words. He said, if they hear you, they hear me. And he that despise you, they despise me. If you look at Brother Ronnie and you hate, he teaching that old law. You mad at the Most High. You ain't mad at me. And the 70 returned with joy, saying, Master, even the devils are subject to us through thy name. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So you mean to tell me when Satan refused to bow to Adam, Yeshua was right there? Yeah, he was right there. You go read in the Old Testament pseudepigrapha and the testaments of Adam and Eve. And they asked him, man, why you hate us so much, Satan? He said, it's because of you I was threw out. It's because of you I was threw out. And he said, and I lost my kingdom. What are you talking about? You got the earth now. No, he had another kingdom. We're getting closer. Let's look at it. Let's go. Rahab, Satan's fall. Not Rahab the harlot. Isaiah 14:9-17. Hell from beneath is moved to meet. He's talking about the king of Babylon, but it's also talking to you as you read, you can see he's talking about somebody else too. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nation. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we are? Art thou become like us? Your pomp, your pride, your arrogance is brought down to the grave in the noise of thy viols, your music. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Halel? See, Lucifer, that's a Latin word. The Latin word, when the translators of the King James Bible, they left that word Lucifer untranslated, but some people then turned it into a proper noun. I can read you the definition of Lucifer in this Bible. It said a name given to Satan by the church fathers in interpretation of Isaiah 14. No, Satan was a Halel, but he is no longer a Halel. How thou art fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, the son of the morning. Go watch our Revelation series. I believe it's the last volume, and we talked a little bit about that. O Lucifer, son of the morning, how thou art cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation. Halel, a morning star. Lucifer, a light bringer, a light bearer. He was a light bringer. He was a light bearer. I bet he used to control the sun, but he got replaced by who? Somebody else. When you don't act right, the Most High just replace you. Watch this. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt. See what Satan would do. He was in the Garden of Eden. He saw Adam and Eve worshiping the Most High. He saw the Most High coming down to fellowship with them. He saw how they valued his advice and valued everything. And he said, I want them to do that to me. I want them to do that to me. But you want me to bow down to him? No. We don't know. That was in his man. he said, I lost my kingdom. I want him to lose his too. And I'm going to take the Most Highs. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregations in the sides of the north. Where else can you see the sides of the north? Go to what? Psalm 48, 1 and 2. And in verse 14, he said, I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. He says that they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee saying, is this the man? Talking about the king of Babylon, but he talking about Satan as well. Nimrod tried to do all this stuff too. We finna build this tower up there. We finna go up there. We finna take it. See, that's what Satan has been trying to do all this time. He's a coveter. He said is this that made the earth to what? Tremble? Shake? That did shake kingdoms? That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof and opened not the house of his prisoners? What them prisoners? But what Yeshua say? I'm coming to preach deliverance to the captives. Satan wanna keep you captive. Let's go to the Ezekiel account. The word of the Most High came to me, saying, Son of man, take up into the prince of Tyre or Tyrus. You know, that Mason folk stuff. Thus saith the Most High, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man, king of Tyre. You know, his king, if you look up Tyre and how it was a port city, all the trade and everything coming through there, money. You know, like the port of Miami. You know, got to get first you get the money, then you get the yayo, then the respect. You know, Scarface. You know what I'm saying, man? Tony Montana, man. You want to get the yayo. Some yayo. Man, get out of here. He said, and that movie is glorified today by people that call themselves gangsters and drug dealers and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, he said, I am Yah. That's what the devil said. And the king of Tyre said, I sit in the seat of Yah in the midst of the seas. Yet you are a man and not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of Yah. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver. See, that stuff will turn you. By thy great wisdom, Satan had great wisdom. And by what? Thy traffic. We're going to show you what traffic, like drug trafficking. Hast thou increased in thy riches? Satan did the same thing. We're going to show you how he did it, though. Therefore, thus saith the Most High, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. See, Satan, he can't be like He can only be lights in short bursts now. We're going to show you that too. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Wilt thou set before that? Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God? But thou shalt be a man and no God. And you shall be a man and no God. You ain't gonna be no God no more. See, Satan is a little g right now. In the hand of him that slayeth thee, thou shalt die the deaths of the uncircumcised by the hand of strangers. For I have spoken it, saith the Most High. Moreover, the word of the Most High came to me, saying, Son of man, take up lamentation against the king of Tyrus, and say unto him, Thus saith the Most High, thou sealest up the sun, full of wisdom, perfect in beauty. Thou hast been in the God. Now, this how you know he talking about Satan. You've been in the garden of God. You was there. Every precious stone was thy covering. When he was in the Garden of Eden, he hadn't. Man. Oh, my goodness. That he had what? Precious stones was thy covering. The sardis stone, the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, the jasper. He got all these jewels. Go watch our Levitical priesthood class, the choir. You art, verse 14, you art, he says what? All this stuff in the day he was created. He had these pipes and everything. Worship leader. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth. A cherub? The king of Tyre was a cherub? No, we talking about Satan now. But watch this. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. You know what the angels are? What the angels be? You walking up and down in the midst of, you with the angels, man. You walking, I'm gonna tell you, he walking from planet to planet, man. Talking crazy. Hey, we can get the Most High up out of there. You know, we can do that. He got a third of them to get on his side. Thou was perfect in thy ways from the day that thou was created till iniquity was found in thee. But the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore, I will cast thee as a profane out of the mountain of God. You out of here. Get out of here. And I will destroy thee, old covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. I will destroy you. What did it say? Thy heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings that they may behold thee. Thou hast defiled you, Satan. You have defiled your sanctuary. He has sanctuaries? By the multitude of thine iniquities, by the iniquity of thy traffic, therefore I will bring forth a fire from the midst of thee. It shall devour thee, and I will bring thee to ashes upon the earth in the sight of all them that bow. One day this gonna happen to them. We gonna show you. But let's look at that word traffic, merchandise. The word traffic and merchandise, which was mentioned in verse, I believe it's verse 5. Hold on, let's see. Verse 5. Also, in merchandise in verse 16 and traffic in verse 18. But all of those, the traffic and merchandise, they are the word rekula. Rekula. It just means, but let's look at the ancient Hebrew up there. It says a tail in the green, a tale bearer, a traveler selling stories and songs. A slanderer. Who was he slandering? He was slandering the Most High. Later on, he was slandering Adam. You know the stories. Merchandise. He was peddling that mess. We all supposed to, instead of trying to trick the other third that his tail drew, you ain't supposed to be, they should have been like, look, bro, what you do? One bad apple spoils the bunch. But it says, the word sanctuaries is mikdash. Mikdash. It said a sacred place, sanctuary, holy place. Like a temple. But it says that the king of Tyre and Satan, they had sanctuaries. Where? But, Tyrus, that means Tyre. Get out of masonry if you ain't. Go watch our mason class. But look at this. Look at this. You know, Satan was a wanderer. He was kicked out. Get out of here. But he can come back periodically, like Job 1. But we know in Revelation, later on in chapter 12, it says it won't be no when the last battle between Michael and his angels and the devil and his angels, it ain't gonna be no place found for him anymore. Right now, what he do? He accuses us before the Most High. You got spiritual wickedness in high heavenly places. They do battle, man. Now there was a day. This is Job 1:6-7. There was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves, and Satan came too. And the Most High said, "Where you coming from?" What did he say? To and fro, and walking up and down. And we already showed you what wonder means. That Cain did. That children of Israel did. Folks that wander away from, but let's look up that word to and fro. The word let's look at the word to and fro. That word is shut. It says to travel, to and fro. A mariner, rower, run to and fro. The Strong says a up and down. I'm only reading the green. A tail bearer. Abroad, that's what he's a wanderer now. To wander. Let's go ahead and say again. It says the same thing. The Most High said, "Where you come from?" Just like Cain was kicked out, he was kicked out. You want to take my place. You ruin. You don't want to bow to the man that the man that I made in my image. You don't want to bow to him. And then you want to come up in here and you want to sit in my recliner. If a dude came to my house, and came out and sat in my recliner right there, oh, he finna get up out of here. Not only that, you're talking to my children, trying to get them to say to go against my rule. Oh, you gotta go. That's what the Most High said. You got to go, bro. Let's look at Rahab. This is a little map of the planets and stuff. But do you see that? You got the sun, you got Mercury, you got Venus, you got the Earth, you got what? Mars. Then you got the asteroid belt. Then you got the asteroid belt. That's planet Rahab. It's busted up into pieces. Then you got Jupiter. Then you got Saturn. Then you got Uranus. Then you got what? Neptune. But mind you, them four, Mars, Earth, Venus, and Mercury, those are terrestrials. The rest of them, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, oh, them gas balls. That dude flew so far up out of there. And the Most High, while he was throwing him out, busted up his planet on the way. Yeah, busted it up. But where was he thrown from? You see the Kuiper belt? That's where ice and stuff is. You know, that's further out in the heavens out there. Oh, that's where the Most High is, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. But brother Ronnie, let's see if we can prove this theory you said. But they said, what's the purpose of planets? First, the planets help to confirm the passage of time. You know, that's what the Bible say. That let them be for times, a season, days, and years. They say this is what they say. They say, but other planets provide a confirmation. It says another purpose for the planets is that they act to stabilize the solar system. This fact was not discovered until the 1790s by Pierre Simon Laplace. Look him up. He went up there in 1790 to see. Please. But anyway, this is from CosmoCools.com. It said, what is the asteroid belt? What is it? It said the asteroid belt is a regional space between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, where most of the asteroids in our solar system are found orbiting the sun. The asteroid belt probably contains millions of asteroids. Astronomers think that the asteroid belt is made up of material that was never able to form into a planet. And watch this. Or of the remains of a planet which broke apart a very long time ago. I think the latter is the explanation. What? Astronomers think that the asteroid belt is made up of material that was never able to form a planet. So they saying these rocks they probably was supposed to form a planet, or this was a planet that got busted up. Only one busted up. Why would just one be busted up? And you know that the largest asteroid is called the Ceres. But anyway, let's go to discovermagazine.com. Watch what they say. The asteroid belt, wreckage of a destroyed planet or something else. They know. They just ain't telling you. Brother Ronnie gonna show you and give you some Bible to go with it. But anyway, it said the asteroid belt, wreckage of a destroyed planet or something else. The asteroid belt is a ring of debris that exists between Mars and Jupiter. What caused it to form, and will it ever become a planet? But it says, let me see. We're not gonna read. We're gonna read former or future planet. Billions of years ago. There they go with that. Our solar system was far from being a stable and organized place. Planets were still forming, throwing their neighbors' orbit out of whack in the process. In the light of all this action, some astronomers used to believe a planet that orbited our sun between the trajectories of Mars and Jupiter was blasted into pieces and formed the asteroid belt that floats today. It's supposed to be a planet right there. I forgot. I could not find where I got this one from. I showed this years ago. Years not years ago, but I just couldn't find where I got it from. I like, man, I could not find where I got it from. I'm sorry, y'all. It says I didn't show this one in the original Rahab class. I got this one probably about a few months ago, and I just don't know where I got it from. But it says it says the asteroid belt. Why hasn't it? I can let me see. I tried to like take a picture of it and Google it, but I couldn't find where I got it from. I don't know the website. I'll try to find it for you guys and give it to you. It's a respected site, so just know this. But it's from the November 2009 issue. It says the asteroid belt, with its many small rocky bodies, looks in some ways like the whole inner solar system might have roughly 10 to 100 million years after the sun was born. So somebody try to see if y'all can find it. I don't know how you'd be able to find it, but I don't know. It said, so why doesn't the asteroid belt condense and form a planet? First of all, there's not enough total mass, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, they think, why is it not? What they can see is it's supposed to be a planet. I'm telling you, it was a planet. You can read that on your own. What are planets made of? Earth and the three other inner planets of our solar system, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, are made of rock, containing materials like feldspars and metals like magnesium and aluminum. So is Pluto. The other planets are not solid. Jupiter, for instance, is made up of mainly trapped helium, hydrogen, and water. In our solar system, the four gas giants are Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. But the thing is, let's go back to this picture. I don't know where I hate putting stuff and I don't know where I got it from. My apologies. I should have took it out, but I just wanted to, man. I'm sorry, guys. Brother Ronnie, apologize. Let's see. Rahab. You got Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Those are terrestrial planets. Rahab is the asteroid belt. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. They just gas. I wonder why. It says, again, what are the planets made of? Terrestrial planets are planets made up of rocks or metals with a hard surface, making them different from other planets. Now, I do have a PDF to this one. I can send this one to you if you want it. It says terrestrial planets are made up of rocks or metals. I can just send you the whole PowerPoint if you want me to. Just email us and we'll get it to you. It says terrestrial planets are made up of rocks or metals with a hard surface, making them different from other planets that lack a solid surface. Terrestrial planets, but you see what it is, guys. You see what it is. When you get to Rahab or asteroid belt, rocks. Bust it up. Most High busted that planet up. But there it is right there. Yeah, you see the asteroid belt right there. Let's keep it pushing. All right, let's show you Rahab in your Bible. The Most High is greatly to be feared at Psalms 89, 7 through 11. We almost done. The Most High is greatly to be feared in the assembly of the saints. You know the angels? He got a council, a divine heavenly council. Oh, Lord God of hosts, who is strong? Oh, y'all quiet over there. I hope y'all taking good notes. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me refresh. Ooh, it's hot in here too. Yeah, he did. I'm just not. I just It says, so I thought planets can't be real. No, they real. Those are called, the planets are really called, they stars too, because they are lights too. They lights. They lights loud but quiet. Hey, Mama CA, just refresh and show you. So, hey, Mama CA, don't think I forgot you. This thing just wasn't refreshing over here. Yeah, Satan said he wandered. He's a wanderer. That's right. But let's look at it. It said, oh, Lord God of hosts, who is strong like unto you? It ain't Satan. Or to thy faithfulness round about thee. Not Satan. He can't stay around the Most High. He got to get out. He can only come, do his reporting, and then get his behind up out of there. He said, thou rulest the raging sea, when the waves thereof arise. Thou stillest them. Thou hast broken Rahab in what? Pieces. Thou hast broken Rahab in what? Pieces. You broke Rahab in what? Pieces. I'm telling you. Let me show you what I believe this to be. Hold on. Oh, come on. Show you. I believe that asteroid belt, the Most High, and broken it into what? Pieces. And loud but quiet, go and watch our horoscope class, and we talk a lot about planets on there too. All that stuff, the stars, constellation, and everything. They have the Most High used them to declare His glory. We all fascinated by what? Outer space. But he broke Rahab in pieces. The heavens is his. He said the heavens are yours. They're not Satan's. But Satan said he was going to take it. Rahab. Let's look at that word Rahab. That word is breath, storm, arrogance, mystical sea monster, basically a dragon. Emblematic name of what? Egypt. Look at it. It says the same as Hebrews 72:93, Rahab, i.e. a boaster. A boaster. One Satan's boasting, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to bow to him. He trying to tell you. Let's go to Job 26. You say, is the second heaven in the planetary? Well, I'm going to refer you to our heaven class. It explains a lot of that. But I believe the Bible speaks of 3. But in the traditions, it speaks of a whole bunch of them. But the first heaven will be the atmosphere that we can see, the clouds. The second heaven, yes, it would. I would consider it to be outer space where the planets are. I would consider it that. Yes, I would. But go watch that heaven class. It'll give you a much clearer picture. It says, dead things, this is Job 26, 5 through 14. Dead things are formed from under the waters and the inhabitants thereof. Hell is naked before him, and destruction has no covering. He stretcheth out the north over the empty place, and hangeth the earth. He hangs the earth upon nothing. It just stick there. He bindeth up the waters in his thick clouds, and the cloud is not rent under them. He holdeth back the face of his throne, and spreadeth his cloud upon it. He hath compassed the waters with bounds until the day and night come in the end. The pillars of heaven tremble and are astonished at his reproof. You want to see an instance of that? You can go in here where you can see Michael and Gabriel. They was astonished. The pillars of they two of the pillars of heaven. They was astonished at the punishment the Most High put upon those Genesis 6 angels. Woo! He divided the seas with his power, and by his understanding he smited through the proud. By his spirit he has garnished the heaven, and his hand have formed the crooked serpent. But let's look at that word proud. That word proud. We see proud in our Bible, but in the in the Hebrew, Rahab. Let's see what it means. It says pride, a blusterer, a mythical sea monster, and it's also an emblematic name of Egypt or Mizraim. Proud. Strength, but no. The Most High, look what he said. Oh, did I pass it? Let's see. Did I pass it? I passed it. But the proud, the what? The crooked serpent. But let's go to the New King James version of the same thing. He stirs up the sea with his power, and by his understanding, he breaks up the storm. In the King James, it says proud. In the New King James, it said a storm. And verse 13, in the King James, it says the crooked serpent. And in the New King James, it says his hand pierced the fleeing serpent. It ran the devil up out of there. Get out of here. By his spirit, he adorned the heavens. What spirit? Yeshua, because the Bible says Yeshua is that spirit. That's what Paul said. His hand pierced the fleeing serpent. Got him up out of there. Bust up his planet I'm trying to tell you. Let's go to Isaiah 26. Come my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut the doors behind thee. Hide thyself as it be for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. For behold, the Most High cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. It said, also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain. Skip to verse 20, chapter 27, verse 1. In that day, the Most High with his sore and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent. We just looked at who he was. Even Leviathan, that crooked fleeing serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. Go watch that Black Panther class. We showed you a little bit of this in there. See, we already read this, but about the morning stars singing together. The Most High made everything, but the devil wanted to take it like it was his. He a thief. Let's go to Isaiah 51, 1 through 9. Ooh, now this the one you want to pay attention to. Especially when we get to like verse 8 and 9. It said, hearken unto me, ye that follow after righteousness. What about you? Ye that seek the Most High. Look unto the rock whence ye were hewn, and to the hole of the pit whence ye are digged. Look unto Abraham your father. Abraham our father. What he tell us? He told us the earth flat. He told us the earth don't move. He told us the sun and the moon and all that move. I'm looking unto him. I ain't looking unto Copernicus, Galileo, and Pythagoras. I don't care about them. What they say, I should mean. Matter of fact, Pythagoras, I told you, made my 10th grade year miserable. All 36 weeks. I forgot what TV looked like. I'm talking about, we had, what was it, like a 30-inch TV? Man, that thing looked like, by the time I got to watch TV again, it looked like it was a 70-inch TV. I was like, oh my goodness. Had a Sega Genesis for, man. Oh man, y'all don't know. They got about 15 years old at that time. My life was miserable then. Had me a Sega Genesis they had bought me for Christmas. Didn't even get to play it. They let me play it for while we was on Christmas break, and after that, we back to school. You get your grades up. Huh? My kids spoiled, boy. They spoiled. They so spoiled. They don't know they spoiled. All three of them got their own. I got 4 kids, but one of them, he's real young. He don't understand. Got their own Nintendo Switches. 3 separate. When I was growing up, we had to share that one. We had to share that one. We had to share our Nintendo. And we had one game for like 5 years before we got a new one. We had Mario Brothers. It was on the same cartridge. Matter of fact, I got it on my shelf right there. I can't reach it right now. But they got Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, and Clay Shooting. We had that game for 5 years before they bought us another game. My mama said these games cost too much. We knew all the secrets. I still know them to this day. Y'all can't see everything that's on my shelf. I got my school books up there. My school books, my books from college, I still have them. I'm gonna sell them back, man. You know how much these books cost? Matter of fact, Brother Ken, Sister Tracy, not my biological Sister Tracy that I went to college with. I need my exercise physiology book back, and Ken, I need my one of my anatomy books back, bruh. I need them back. They ain't never give them back. I need them back, bruh, sister. They probably threw them away by now. Brother Ken and Sister Tracy. Yeah, key to life, y'all know. Yeah, we had real parents back then. Yeah. Yeah, it was a prostitute named Rahab. Yep. Brother Ali, but they not the same. They actually are 2 different Hebrew words. But let me get this. Let me get through this. We're gonna skip ahead. It said, talking about though everybody who will seek after right. It's good to see you, Brother Ali. Lift up your eyes unto the heavens and look unto the earth beneath, for the heavens will vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment. Because the devil had corrupted this place. Most High got to make a new one. And they that dwell therein shall die like in like manner. Yes, exactly. Yeah, Rahab the harlot. But my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished. And at this time that Isaiah wrote, Isaiah 51, the righteousness is thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, thy law is the truth. And that's still what it is. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness, the people. Well, how I know? But hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness, the people in whose heart is my law, his disciples. Is it sealed in you? His salvation and righteousness be from what? From generation to generation, in verse 8 say. But verse 9 say, awake, awake, put on strength, O arm of Yahweh. Awake as in the ancient days. Ooh, awake as in the ancient days. In the generations of old, art thou not it that have cut Rahab and wounded the dragon? You know, he pierced the fleeing serpent. He done cut up Rahab. What? When you be asking them, did he cut up Rahab the harlot? No, he didn't cut up Rahab the harlot. She had a place right with Israel, right outside of Israel. They took care of her and her family. And wounded the dragon, wounded him. Isaiah 30, it says, for the Egyptians shall help in vain. You say, and to no purpose have I cried concerning their strength is to sit still. What is their word strength? It says Rahab, Egypt. And that's what everybody want to keep going back to. That's why a lot of people said the ancient aliens, they said, did all the stuff in Egypt. But in the New King James, this is what it say. When it says strength, it will say, I have called her Rahab, him Shebeth. Egypt can't help you. That's why he tell her, get out of there. The devil then took over. With all that man. But Psalm 74, 12 through 14, for Yah is my king of old, working salvation in the midst of the earth. Thou didst divide the sea by thy strength. Thou breakest the heads of the dragons in the waters. Woo. You know, right above the firmament ain't number water. They had to cancel what they so-called cancel some flights. What was the name of the Artemis ship they had? Because they couldn't keep water out of the space, the astronauts' helmets. Ain't number water out there. He can open them windows up and they can only go to the orbit, folks. Go watch that Flat Earth class. We showed you video where the professionals, they admitting it. And they got a tag on my video. And as soon as I get through, I'm going to have to download this too, because I don't want them to take it down. And I hate it's not going to be in 3D. But as long as it's up there. He breaketh the heads of the dragons in the waters, and the what Leviathan. But let's look up. And he said, "Thou breakest the heads of the Leviathan into pieces." Let's look at Leviathan. Leviathan, sea monster, dragon, large aquatic animal, perhaps the extinct dinosaur. Let's look at the strong. It says a wreath animal, that is a serpent, especially the crocodile or some large sea monster. Figuratively, the constellation of the dragon. Also a symbol of Babylon. But we want to look at that constellation of the dragon. You got this constellation called the Dragon Constellation, or the Draco constellation. It says Draco stars are not very bright. Why is that? The Most High stripped the Satan of his light. It's symbolic of him. Stripped him of his light. The head of the dragon consists of 4 stars: the Beta, Gamma, Nu, and the I don't know what that Exxon Draconis is a trapezoid and located just north of Hercules. You know, that's a constellation too. From there, the dragon's body winds its way through the sky, ending between the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper. From early to mid-October, a meteor shower, a meteor shower, a meteor shower, a meteor Rahab shower, a meteor shower, Rahab shower, known as the Dracnoids, appears to radiate from Draco's head. Look at that. In the northwest sky. He said, I will sit on the sides of the north. Near the North Star, the Polaris. It said, when can you see it? I don't want to see it, but it said some people worship this stuff, man. You into the horoscope, they into this stuff big time, man. I don't really care. but anyway, let's keep it going. The next site, we almost done. It said www.express.co.uk/news pyramids. You know, he said defiled his sanctuaries. There have been pyramids seen on the moon and Mars. A pyramid has been, but this one the moon. They say a pyramid has been spotted on the moon, and conspiracy theorists are claiming it was being built built by the same being which built the iconic monuments in Egypt. Rahab. Watch this. Alien hunters have gone. This wasn't in the original class. I just added this one. It says alien hunters have gone into a frenzy after spotting the pyramid shape in a huge crater on the moon. The structure appears to have 3 sides and does look as if it could be man-made. Man-made on the moon? So the Apollo crew, they did that? But since then, it has attracted the interest of conspiracy theorists who are convinced the moon structure holds connections to the Egyptian pyramids. Prominent UFO enthusiasts, and back in the day, if you talk about aliens and UFO and all that stuff, they call you a whack job or Yahoo. Now the government coming out with, we might not be, it might be some stuff out there. Those are fallen angels, demons and evil spirits. Look at the technology that we have today. How quickly, and me and my wife was talking about, she was like over the past 50 years. Where they getting this knowledge from? Are they more smarter than me and you? Man, just like them angels in Genesis chapter 6 and in Enoch, they gave all this knowledge to them. I believe these people got that kind of knowledge too. These deities are in this angelic power, letting them know a lot of stuff. I'm trying to tell you. It says, since then it has attracted the interest of conspiracy theorists who are convinced the moon structure holds connections to the Egyptian pyramids. Prominent UFO enthusiast Scott C. Waring described it as convincing evidence of the existence of intelligent life on our moon. Mr. Waring wrote on the ET database, a pyramid that sat in the center of the giant crater. It was a 3-sided pyramid with a single dark window going along one side. So the question remains, is this definitive proof that the pyramids in Egypt were built by aliens? I don't know. Probably smiling ear to ear right. I don't know about all that. It says, this is not the first time a moon-like structure has been found on the lunar surface. Now, the one on the right, that's not it. But the one on the left, this is a pyramid seen in NASA's image of the moon. Conspiracies convinced. See, they try to make you seem crazy. See what? Now, I'm going to skip to the bottom. It said, however, skeptics and NASA say the pyramid and other similar findings are just the effects of pareidolia, a psychological phenomenon when the brain tricks the eyes into seeing familiar objects. They say, don't believe your lying eyes. This is what they say. Now, this is from NBC News, this next one. Tyrus shows off a pyramid mountain and those puzzling white spots. From NBC News. This was on the news before. CNN said the same thing. Pyramid-shaped mystery in space. Daily Express. It says UFO hopes Ceres alien pyramid will unlock key to ET. But you see, pyramids on Mars. One of the many formations in Cydonia is sometimes called the D and M pyramids since it was originally first imaged, and the face has been accepted by scientists as they said, don't believe what you see. It's an optical illusion. That's what they say. This one from UNIScholarworks.edu. It says, in addition to the cluster of large tetrahedral pyramids, there also exists a 5-sided pyramid in 1979 named the D&M pyramid, blah, blah, blah. You see it, man. How that stuff get on the moon? They said this one comes from the NASA's Curiosity rover pyramid, from one of their little rovers video. That don't look like no eye trick right there. But anyway, we only got a few more. And now watch this. We're not going to even read all of this. He's talking to the Pergamon. They went out of the doctrine of Balaam. Like in Jude. It like in the Children of Israel wandering in Egypt. Balaam wandering after greed and all that kind of stuff. Cain, uh, Sodom and Gomorrah, and just wanderers. But we want to go to the church of Thyatira. We're going to skip ahead to verse 20 on this next slide. It said, notwithstanding, I have a few things against you, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, teaching, they eating food offered up to idols, committing adultery. But the Most High in verse 23 said, I will kill her children. Anybody that's operating in any of these pagan activities today, what is it known as? The depths of Satan. What else? Verse 27. And when Yeshua come back, he will rule them with a rod of iron, and the vessels of a potter shall they be broken into shivers, just like Rahab was broken into shivers, pieces. Keep on. You gonna be broke up. Revelation 11:18. He gonna reward his servant the prophets. This is at the seventh trump, seventh seal, all that. And the nation was angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that thou should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Anybody that's with Satan, you in the depths of Satan, all this pagan religion is destroying the earth. This is a sexually saturated society. People doing all kind of stuff. You got certain groups of people, I ain't gonna call them. It's okay now, and it was never okay. Now it's okay. You got rapes and child molestation, all this stuff going on in this wicked world. You got strippers. You got pornography in books and tapes and CDs and internet. All of this stuff. All this stuff comes from Satan. All of it. This his system. Let's go to Revelation. Did I read that one already? Yeah, I read that one already. But let's go to Romans, because the Most High didn't tow up his planet, Rahab. It's that asteroid belt is just a reminder out there. But guess what he gonna do? He gonna do. See, he just pierced him, wounded and bruised him. But now it said, and the God of peace shall bruise Satan, and this is a poor translation. He said, he shall bruise Satan shortly, bruise Satan under your feet shortly. The grace of our master, Yeshua HaMashiach, be with you. This is what Paul said, but that word is soon tribo. It says, soon tribo, under the moons, to break in pieces. Just like he did his place and his sanctuary and all that, tore it up. To break down, crush, to break the power of anyone. Strong's, to crush complete, no more trace of him. Did he say you're gonna be brought to ashes? You're gonna die like a man? You can read in Psalms. We almost done. Let me see Psalms real quick. Psalms chapter 82, I believe. I don't know. I might get that wrong. Hold on. That's why I'm looking. Yeah, Psalms 82. It says, I said ye are gods. In Psalm 82:6. I say ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High, but you shall die like men. This is talking about the congregation of the mighty, which Satan used to be in. Till he decided he wanted to take the Most High place, and he hated Adam. He gonna die like he gonna be brought down to ashes to the sides of the pits, and we gonna look at him. That's him. That's the dude caused all this trouble. Like on an episode of on Jamie Foxx, it was this big music producer. What was his name? His name was Mr. No Good or something like that. And when Jamie busted up in the office to see, yo, I don't like that contract you gave me. He turned around and it was Gary Coleman. R.I.P. Gary Coleman. Just a little dude, a little person. That's the dude that everybody's scared of. And he was like, yeah, well, don't tell. I think it was Gary Coleman. Or it was some other little person. But I think it was Gary Coleman. Yeah, consequences of pride. Ephesians. You know this, guys. Finally, my brother, we at the end. We finally, my brethren, be strong in the Most High and the power of His might. Put on the whole armor of Yah, that you may be able to withstand the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. You got to know your enemy. I'm telling you, man, his stuff messed up. He trying to mess your stuff up. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yah, that you may be able to withstand the wiles of withstand in the evil day, and having done all to what stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with what? Truth, and with the breastplate of what? Righteousness, and your feet shall be shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Put on the helmet, y'all know it. Put all the armor on. Bust him up. See that there? Look at that inner asteroid belt. But a lot of people are into all of this occultism and astrology and looking at these planets and these stars and all these constellations and stuff. I'm gonna tell you, if you get caught in this stuff, it's an interesting topic, but don't get pulled away. The penalty of participating in occultism, which included witchcraft, astrology, fortune telling, necromancy, charmers, sorcery, idolaters, observer of times, the worship of the sun, moon, stars, planets, animal, people, constellation, was death. You was a witch. Brothers and sisters, birthdays fall in there. Observer of time. You need that birthday to do what? Cast a horoscope. It's my birthday. No, it's your birth date. D-A-T-E. Just the day you entered this earth. Exodus 22 said, get rid of witches. Leviticus 26:27. You went that stuff, your blood be upon you. Last one. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yah, not the commandments of the devil. Most High said Sabbath. Devil say Sunday. Most High said no pigs. Devil said eat whatever you want. The Most High said don't steal. The devil, you want it, get it. The Most High said do what I say. The Most High said do what thou wilt. Do what you want. Do what make you feel good. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to as his work shall be. I am Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without, on the outside of dogs, sorcerers, whoremongers, murderers. And did I say dogs? Dogs. On the outside of dogs, sorcerers, whoremongers, murderers, idolaters, is whosoever loveth and what? Make it a lie. I, Yeshua, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. Hallel, Lucifer. Devil is no longer that. We didn't made his name, associate his name with that word Lucifer. And the Spirit and the bride say, come, and let him that heareth say, come, and let him that is athirst come, and whosoever will, let him take of the water of life freely, brothers and sisters. Freely, freely, freely. Yeshua said, freely you have received, freely give. I want to tell you too, this back here, go to our blog page. You can go to rapministry.org, go to our literature, click on this, and we got a blog page on horoscope and stuff. And we got a class on here about the horoscope too. Brothers and sisters. Okay, thank you, Brother Bryson in the camp. Thank you. Bro, how you find it? How you find that? Oh. Oh, you was wandering around. Okay. Los Angeles, in Cali. Oh, all right. You at the house. Praise the Most High. You there safe and sound. NASA say they have found over 5,000 other planets. Yeah, they say a lot of stuff. But thank you for that. Thank you for it. Thank you for it. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming on in today. As like usual, guys, I am off of work. It's over. It's over. We had the kids were out last week. and they made us go this week. Like, man, what y'all? We had Monday off. And then they made us work 3 days. So, but that's over with. I'm finna go full blast on these teachings. You heard me? Full blast on these teachings to get them out for the people. Thank everybody for coming on in. Love and appreciate all of you guys. I hope you enjoyed the class. I know I built it up like it was gonna be something. I hope it was something. so just go out and be an ambassador. You can still email us your questions, your prayer requests. We take them, and I have more time to get to them. I got to everybody questions and stuff this week, even though I had to go to work. They let us go early a few days. Let us go home early, but the fact that we even just had to go, it's crazy. We just had to go. But I just thank everybody for coming on in today. Really appreciate you. Pray for me. I'm gonna pray for you. Most High willing, I will be back next week with another teaching for you guys. Well, actually, the next week, don't miss it. Next week is the Mothers and Fathers Day class. I know a lot of people are wondering about that. Ain't nothing out there really on it, but I'm on the job. I'm on the job. I'm on the job, baby boy. I'm on the job. But see you guys next time. Appreciate all of you. Keep us lifted up in prayer. Keep this ministry lifted up in prayer and pray that the Most High deal with this guy with this building hard. He dragging his feet. He said we still got it, but but hey man, come on, bro. You come on. I might still be looking for something else because I ain't got time to be waiting on people. We gotta get moving with the get moving. You know what I'm saying? So keep us up in prayer concerning that the Most High will be in a place quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oh, I thank you for those nice comments, Mama CA. I really do appreciate it. But I'll see everybody next time. I really do appreciate it. That touched my heart when people say it makes you feel like your work is not in vain, even though I'm doing it for the Most High. But sometimes you get weary. But the Bible said, be not weary in what? Well doing. But we'll see you next time. Peace and blessings to everyone. We are out. If I can find the button. All right.